There once was a tiny ant who lived near the edge of a wide, dusty road. She was small, smaller than a pebble, smaller than a leaf. In fact, most people would never notice her at all. But she had a dream. Winter was coming, and she needed to carry food back to her colony. One morning, as the golden sunlight touched the ground, she found something extraordinary: a grain of wheat. It was beautiful. It was golden. It was perfect. But it was enormous. To her, it was like a mountain. She stood there for a long moment, staring at it. Other ants walked by. Some shook their heads. "That's too big," one said. "You'll never move it," another whispered. "Find something smaller." But the tiny ant didn't move. She looked at the grain again, and instead of saying, "It's too heavy," she said, "I'll try." She wrapped her tiny legs around the grain and pulled. Nothing happened. She pushed. It didn't move. She slipped, fell, rolled onto her back. The other ants quietly walked away. But she stood up. Again, she tried once more. This time the grain shifted. Just a little, not even a full inch. But it moved. And that was enough. Because progress, no matter how small, is still progress. So she pushed again, and again, and again. Every inch felt like a mile. The road was rough. The wind was strong. The sun grew hotter. Several times she nearly gave up. She looked at the distance between her and the colony. It felt impossible. Her legs trembled. Her body ached. Her mind whispered. Maybe they were right, and that's when something powerful happened. She stopped focusing on the whole journey. She focused on one step. Just one. Not the colony, not the distance, not the weight, just the next push. And slowly, the impossible began to move. Step by step, push by push, inch by inch. Hours passed. The sky turned orange. The tiny ant was exhausted. But the grain was closer than it had ever been before, and something else had changed. The ants who once doubted her began to notice. They watched, silently. No one said anything. Because deep down they knew. They had given up too quickly before. But she didn't. As night began to fall, the grain finally reached the entrance of the colony. The tiny ant collapsed beside it, breathing heavily, but smiling. She had done what everyone said was impossible. Not because she was stronger, not because she was bigger, but because she refused to stop. And that winter, when food was scarce, when others struggled, her grain fed many. And in that moment, everyone understood something important. It's not about size. It's not about talent. It's not about how heavy the load is. It's about refusing to quit. You see, in life, your dreams may feel too heavy. Your goals may feel too far. People may tell you it's impossible. They may laugh. They may doubt you. But remember the ant. She didn't move mountains in one day. She moved it 1 inch at a time. Success isn't one giant leap. It's thousands of small steps no one sees. It's pushing when you're tired. It's trying again when you fail. It's standing up one more time than you fall. If you feel like giving up today, don't. Take one small step, one phone call, one workout, one page, one attempt, one more push. Because small steps, repeated daily, change everything. And one day, you'll look back at the mountain you moved and realize you were stronger than you thought, just like the ant. And the ant never gave up.